All right, we're going to start the Power Hour for February 2nd, 2016. Today we're going to go over the website. I'm going to try to, help you guys with anything that you might not be doing on the website yet. We're using it to its fullest advantage, but I'm also going to be trying to get them to do a webinar for us the next Power Hour on much higher advanced stuff, like moving stuff around on the website, the more higher logistics of doing blogging and adding photos and adding widgets and if somebody asked me, and I know the website can do it, how to add a mortgage calculator right into the website. There are ways to do it. So we'll cover some of the higher end stuff today that I am pretty good at using on the website, but there's a lot more to it that I'm going to have them try to do it next week. And it's not that you have to do any of that stuff to have the website be highly usable, but there are some people that want to really totally customize it in ways that they can, but you don't have to go that far to make it work. So let's get started. Everybody knows how to log in, right? For those that haven't logged in before or need to log in, your login is always going to be your domain/admin. So for the new people, that once you get your email, you can go to your website anytime by typing in your domain, and your domain will always be a subsegment of our main domain, so www.tracy.exithomescrew.com. That's my personal website that is attached to the main website. So you'll have your own domain, most of you already have yours. For today's purposes, I'm just going to be on the main website, which you'll notice the back-end picture looks differently. I'll show you guys how to change the back-end picture and add multiple pictures so that it scrolls through different pictures. Some of you have expressed the question of, can I put featured listing pictures in there? Yes, you can. So you take front photos of your featured listings and have the 5 of them scroll as people are on the main page of the website. So I'll show you that as well. So on the back end, once you log in, you're going to have 2 tabs up here, Leads, Teams, and Action Center. Push all your leads. It can be sorted in different fashions. You can sort it over here, but I would say last activity is probably the best sort because you'll see who's on your website last. These are all people that have registered. When you're logged into your back end of your website, if you open up your website in a separate screen, it won't keep popping up a box to make you register yourself. But I do recommend you register yourself just because you'll see what a buyer sees and you'll be able to set yourself up for listing with. So go to your website when you're not logged into the back end of the website, and if you start fooling around, you will get the pop-up box. Put your own information in the pop-up box and you're registering yourself as a leader yourself. Send yourself some of the drip campaigns just to get a real feel for what a buyer is going to get from the website. But once you're logged in, you can go to your website and you can look at featured listings and anything you want to without the pop-up box coming up. That's important, especially if you're going to start sharing some of the listings on Facebook. You want to be logged in so you don't constantly get that stupid pop-up box when you're logged in. Until you register yourself. Once you register yourself, that pop-up box shouldn't come up. Unless you're on a different computer, and then I'll ask you to put this sign. Once someone registers, they can't register under somebody else as long as they use the same email address and or phone number. So if they tell me that even if they change their email address with the same phone number, it'll still go back to that same agent's account. So one or the other above, and it will drive them back to whoever registered on there, whoever they registered with first. So on the back end of the website, the first thing, if you haven't already, you want to do is go to Teams and Actions. And you want to go, you won't have all these boxes, but you won't see all the agents at the bottom. You'll only see your name. But your name, once you see your name, you definitely want to click on your name and make sure you have all everything in here under the edit account button that basically optimizes your website. You want to have a good picture. If you don't like your picture, you can change it anytime right here on the edit account button. Make sure you have your MLS ID number in there. If you have credentials, like you should put Realtor in there, CRM, whatever ABR, whatever designations you have. About me section, you definitely want to put something in there because that'll show up on the main page of the website as well, down next to your name, next to the picture on the main website. So you want to put an about me section in there, even if you don't have a lot of experience. Put in a service statement. I look forward to helping buyers and sellers in the area. I pride myself on offering great customer service and a friendly approach to buying and selling real estate. Just something, if you need help with that, you can talk to Jeannie, she can help you with that. But you should have something in there in the About Me section. You notice you can even add pictures. You can put links in there. So there's a few different things you can do in there to make it stand out better. So if you had just had a closing, you have a picture with your client in front of the house or at the closing table, you might want to add that into your About Me section because it'll make it stand out a little more. So those are some of the things you can do. Also in the signature line, you can add pictures. We'll have, that goes out from the system with listing updates or emails from the system. We'll have your picture already, so I wouldn't recommend you repeat your picture, otherwise at the bottom of everything else. But if you had something else you want to put in there, you could. Yeah, I mean, you could even put underneath your signature line, you could put a short testimonial, a picture of the last client. Not everybody's going to go to the testimonial page. They don't care about that, but if it's in the signature, they may just look at it and say, oh, that's interesting. You just had a client that really liked working with. Make sure you put in your Facebook page. So just go to your own Facebook page and copy the whole link out of the top URL once you're on your personal page and put it in here. That'll give them a link to Facebook. If you have a Twitter account, same thing, LinkedIn. And just make sure your email address is right and your phone number is right. And you save changes. You will have updated your website so that when you go to your personal website, like what's yours, Tony? Tell me.
Yep. TONY. Let's be feminine.
Yeah. So he's got Realtor in there for his big designation. He's got his picture now. He has the same background image that comes with everybody's website, but I'll show you guys how you can change that. Looks like he's got his Facebook. I don't know if this one I sold. That was they needed something to start with, so obviously you can change that. He's got a short bio in here. Might not be bad to add a little testimonial in there, a picture of your clients. Might be a good place for it. But those are things you can play around with in the back end. So that's if you change that alone, that's at least if you optimize yourself under the edit screen, that's fine. So next, let me show you how you can customize.
That's my other picture.
That's your other picture.
That wasn't funny in time. The lighting a little off.
All right. So now the next thing I'd recommend you do is make it a little bit more customized. Go to this little house button, not house button, but the little squares on the left-hand side. These are all basically website customization tools that you can play around with, and there's a lot of different things you can do in here. But let's start with changing the backside image behind the search box on the website. You go to Images and Galleries, and then you go to Galleries and Sliders. The home page under here listed as one of the galleries and sliders. You want to click on Edit under the home page. And you see I only have one in there now. This is my personal website I'm on right now. All you have to do is basically select images. Select it from your So whatever pictures you save to your desktop, select it, click on open, and it will upload it in there, and then they'll keep adding them this way, basically. It'll show the pictures that you have in your, basically your slider. If you want to X one out, you just X one out, and just keep adding them. Once you're done, you have to hit this little update now button on the right-hand side. That'll update your slider pictures so that the back end of your website has whatever the first one is will show up first when they first go on there. If they sit there for a couple seconds, it'll scroll to the next picture. So whatever one you want first, just make sure it's the first one in mind. And I think once you have more than one picture in here, you can click on it and drag it and just move it around. Questions to that? Okay. So the next thing that people ask me a lot is how do I change the featured listings. The featured listings, you can change that, you can personalize that totally to wherever you want by clicking on search filters. And then you're only going to see a couple of these, but featured listings is the one you want. So you click on featured listings, click on edit. And I know there's some higher end stuff you can do with this, but for what you're doing, you really just want to scroll down towards the bottom, and you'll see some choices on what's showing in your listing. So if it's city, you can put in cities separated by commas that you want, and it will pull all out. MLS will feature all the listings in the towns. You can put a minimum, maximum price range. So if you wanted to only show higher homes, you could. We have it set up for all the office listings pop through automatically. But if you wanted to just do your own listings, you could just erase the office IDs and just put in your own MLS IDs. So those would be your own listings. So there's quite a bit of customization depending on what you want in your website. So you can just decide what you want for those criteria for your featured listings, and then you just click on update over on the right hand side. So if you were really just like, for instance, if you were honing in on one town, you might make your background image, an Auburn town image, and then have Auburn as a featured listing. That's what you want to do. You want to call it Cambridge Palms. Whatever you want, you can customize that. So that's one of the customizations you can do for your featured listings. The next one you can do is you can change your featured neighborhoods down here. So if you go to the 4 squares, like widgets and sidebars, so when I have them do an even higher end webinar, what I'm going to have them show us how to do is you can actually go in here and change the layout of your website. So the website's made up of basically content areas, and each content area has something in it. Like this has HTML coding. I don't even know what that says. And if you probably look at it, you can probably see there's certain things in there like text that you can change. If you want to change certain text on it. But I think you can also like basically move these boxes around. Content area 2 has featured guides, featured listings, and then content area 3 has what I think, so the featured neighborhoods, if you
At the end of the day, where it says Worcester County neighborhoods, it's a subtitle.
No,
Um,
no, this,
Press parental money if you want, why you gotta.
yeah, why don't I do that? Why don't I log into yours? I was in Nathan's yesterday, people were customizing that. It is on the river.
You know what, that I'm not sure. Because I've got mine where it's memorized, so I
Did
don't
you change your
remember what it is.
password?
No. Don't know.
Or, so your default password until you change it is your first name, last name, password, first name, last name, 1, 2, 3, exclamation point. If you're afraid of people stealing your stuff, you might want to change your password.
Now, while we're here, did I bring up something that's happened online?
Let's just
Or
go
you
over
wanna
what
keep
we're,
going? All right.
yeah, let's go back to the widgets and sidebars. Okay.
I haven't changed anything, so whatever was there is there.
Okay, so content area 1 on your websites is the neighborhoods. If you click on that, you can change your neighborhoods. You just put check boxes next to them you want. It's probably not real funny, but you can put check boxes next to the ones you want, change the cities that are in. You just go to the 4 squares button, the widgets and sliders, sidebars, and the content area 1.
So what is mine at now?
Where's yours? What?
Like, what is my featured neighborhood now? Is it Auburn?
Is Auburn, Easton, Falmouth, so you probably want to go and change some.
Yeah,
They picked random ones
right.
when they set up the website. They're off, so you definitely want to go and change those.
Basically, what I did on mine was I put 2 of those areas. One was just all the towns I was interested in, but then I did another one underneath with just Worcester zip codes because some people want to just
Okay.
search certain zip codes in Worcester.
Okay, well, that's
So it
good.
was 2
So you had
separate
two,
ones.
so you just went in here and you added,
One of the other content areas.
Right.
were,
okay, yeah, so you're getting a little bit into the higher end.
I just did it when we first got it, so I haven't really done anything.
Okay, so the other thing you can probably do, I think you can do, is I thought you could swap them this way. You might have
I
to
think
just,
I just
yeah, so you have to,
Well, when you have the little force thing, is it that whatever you,
featured listings by the way.
when you get that little
So you
element
can
right
drag,
there, right?
drag your featured listings over, and you could have 2 different featured listings. But, so if I just did that now, and I hit update, no, I don't think this screen has an update, so it probably should come on. Usually these changes are pretty quick, so if you go back and refresh your screen on your own site, it should. So now you see it move the featured listings above the featured neighborhoods. It's still got another one on here, but I think if you go back, is it true you can go back into the back end and have go to your search filters and have 2 different search criteria? Is that true?
Yeah. One for each of
Yes. Now if you go back to search filters, it probably has 2 of them in here. For just one.
You can go into mine if you want to. I just don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
You can log into mine.
Just a second. Let me go back to the widget and see if we can change it. First thing I think it does better with the featured listings above the featured neighborhoods. I mean, if you didn't care about your bio, you could probably do it above your bio. remember where you changed that. I might have to look at that and get back to you guys where you, I know that where you can change the search, on the search filters, you have the one you can change, but now that we added the second one, I'm not sure. We have one under content area 2, and we have one now under content area 1. I just don't know where.
Just log into mine, Tracy, and see. I just don't remember. But,
Okay.
Alright, see, you can probably see it. AOA and an E.
Oh, here's join those.
Oh, no, it's J Rose.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't.
That's not,
So, yeah, I'm still there.
um,
Oh, it says it's still in the early stage.
What's weird though is your name is the one that's still in the box.
Oh, here, no.
that's J.
J Rose.
Alright,
Password. No, that's not. Huh, I didn't remember changing it. Yeah, I did. Sorry about that.
oh, that's good.
Did you finish your
Okay,
I
I'll just,
think it's doing that.
I'll find out
Maybe I
how you
changed.
change the second one. So that's the basic levels going on with that. There's other things you can do in here like pages. You can go in and you can edit your pages, you can add pages, like if there's a community or like the golfing you were doing or anything like that. You could add a page. You can edit your pages. So if you go into selling a home, for instance, it's going to bring up. Yours is probably going to look different, but what I did is certainly go to the exithome.com and copy some of this. Because this was kind of what yours looks like versus what ours look like. So the selling page, I basically copied and pasted everything that's on exitspellsfaster.com. So if you guys go to that website and you can copy the text and put it in on yours. So if I go to Tony's, it looks differently than that one. And the reason being they couldn't duplicate that for all websites. Yours will look differently than just the exithomefree.com one does, but you can certainly go in and copy it. If I go to Tony's seller page, you can see for the first time. So yours looks like that, and it's not bad. It's there, but you may want to think about going to exithomeview.com and go to that selling page, and you can copy the text.
Right.
You know, it's basically the same text from the exitsellsfaster.com page. You can then put in the a link for the YouTube video, and it'll still have a contact me page on it, and those leads will go to you if they go through your website. So on the back end of your website, you would just copy in. You'll see the text that was in there from what they set up. You can erase that. You can put this text in there, and you can. One of these links over here is embed a video by YouTube. So you just click on the YouTube button, add that in there, add text in, change the layout, change the look. So this is pretty much, anytime you make a change, you just have to hit update over here.
Right.
But you can do that for any of your pages. So when I have them do the webinar next week, I'll have them show you how to put the widgets in on pages. A widget is basically HTML code to make a mortgage calculator show up on that page. But you can add pages. You can then go to your blog page. You can go to your another one you probably want to definitely edit as you get testimonials is your testimonial page. You click on that and wait a couple seconds. It'll pop in a couple that they had automatically added just because they didn't set up exit and register before. So you definitely want to put your own in here. And you can copy and paste in again. You can also add, if you had a video testimonial, you could add a YouTube video testimonial. You can add pictures in there. Pretty much anything you want to do, you can do it. So, like you, do you guys get Zillow testimonials? Some of you guys do. I know if you post them on Facebook, you take a picture of it, basically post it on Facebook. You can do the same thing here. Just post your Zillow testimonials. And I'm sure Zillow has a testimonials page, right? You can go to. You can copy, take a couple pictures, put it in here, and then also copy the links to see more testimonials to Zillow. Go here. So that's the kind of stuff you want to do in addition to what's just in the website automatically.
Right.
With your pages. So, and obviously each page also has its own link. So if you set up a page for a certain project or a featured listing that you want to drive to, there's two different things you can do. You can just drive them to the thing, or if you have like videos and other things you want to link them to, you could actually set up a page for that. Some fairly technical things you can do with it. It's pretty customizable. It's whatever you want to do. Any questions with that? Also on here, the blog. I would whether you use field blog things from other websites or whatnot. It's a good idea to do some blogging, I think, through your website. Then you can share your blog posts on Facebook and drive them back to your website, where hopefully they stay on your website and pull around. But you just have your title, and again, it's got all the links to add video, so you can do a blog about a new listing, or you can blog about, hey, we're thinking us how to sell homes faster if you're looking for free market analysis. You can have some short write-up on why they should have an expert do a market analysis for them, what exit does to market homes and sell homes differently than others, and then make a little video of yourself just out of property saying about what you're doing. Again, you can just put links, pictures, video, whatever you want to in there, and write your blog post and just hit publish. And then once you publish, you can share it on Facebook. Anybody done that with the website at all? That's right here. I don't think I have a blog post. Do that.
I need it.
We do it here.
Yeah, nobody's not before.
Right.
If you have a WordPress blog, can you link it to that? You already have one?
We should be able to just include URL from your other blog.
Okay, they or may not.
Oh, so
I don't
here's,
know how they have that box set up.
here was one that I typed up. I go back to my main website, my blog. I had done one, and just to pull it down. I didn't have videos or pictures or anything, but it was just a text write up that I'd done, and in there, put a video with it, whatnot. But and then that full link right there is something you can put on Facebook. Drive them back to the website. So if they're on the website and they're looking at your blog, maybe they just decide to say,
Search for
okay, let's search for homes. So every page has the search bar on it, so it's not a bad place to land in different things. Thing with the star page. Every page has a search bar on the top, which is nice. You don't have to rely on them going to different pages to start searching. So it does a pretty good job of that. Any other questions on that stuff? All right, so now sharing your listings on Facebook. So you go to your main website. If your featured listings include your own listings or office listings, I know most agents in your office don't mind, open sharing, because the job of us is to sell ourselves homes. So the more shares, the better off we are. I don't think there's anybody in the office that's got an issue with other agents sharing listings. So if you have the office ID numbers, if you're planning on using the office ID numbers for your featured listings, you guys know how to find the office ID number. You just go into MLS Tools, search the office, just put exit, and bring up all the exit offices. You look at each one. You got a 4-digit, typically a 4-digit number. AC 2148, BB 8 0479. So then you'll see, or if you have your own listings as a within your featured list. If not, you have to go into town and find your listing. But if it's in featured listings, you can just click on the listing. So let's say we want to run an ad for this one. Once you click on it, this link is always for that MLS number. I haven't played around if the share button's working or not, but I know this works. So you just take the URL, run an ad for it. So copy it. We're going to go back. We're going to go over to our Facebook account. Now, I usually post them on my business page first, and then share them to my personal page if I want my. I think so. I don't know. Okay.
People have been asking when we're going to get the exit helicopter.
Oh yeah. I think that actually wasn't.
I think it
Oh, I thought you laid a little.
Oh, like a Photoshop, but it.
No. All right.
Oh, no,
So,
obviously.
so once you copy the link from there, you take the URL of your Facebook page and you just paste it in.
Went to the general page.
Yeah.
That's what happened with mine, and I ended up
Okay.
boosting the general page,
Come on.
Not your listing.
and then I went back and boosted the listing also, because I was like,
Yeah,
oh, well.
you can't undo it.
Right.
How'd your open house go?
Good, I had like 10 families show up, so I haven't gotten any offers or anything.
That was quite the spread.
Yeah.
So once you hit the share button, it changes the URL up here. So let me just so if I back to that one. Find another list. Click on this listing. You want to share it. You see it has this link up here now, but if you hit share, changes that up here. The URL is a lot longer now.
Yeah.
And you copy that. Go over
Yeah,
to
go to Facebook. That's the one who just did it in the comments.
Maybe that's what it is.
You know how on MLS you can go to your listing and then get hope to share? You can actually put it on Facebook or a bunch of different options. It gives you that really quick and easy to do.
Well, that's the
But
way
that's
this
not-
was supposed to
That doesn't
work.
do detach.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So
So that's like
on Facebook, we can
Yeah, the reason you want to try to do it through website is it'll be captured. So now we got that link after we hit share and copy the link. It'll bring in pictures for that listing. For some reason you have to click on the share button first, then you have to hit,
catch it,
then you have to copy the URL,
right?
and then it'll bring in pictures to the listing. And it'll drive them right to that page of the listing, so that if they look at that listing and then try to look at something else, it'll pop-up box, it'll capture that. So that's how you can do the lead capture ads. With the website, you start sharing listings, store listings, office listings, and get things. Now, once you copy and paste it, you can actually erase this link. So then you could say hot new listing, call for a showing, call or message for a showing, whatever you want to do. I would always recommend you put a phone number in there too. I think some people overlook the old-fashioned phone and then say like, message me, sign up on my website for showing, your phone number in there. You never know when somebody's just going to look at Facebook, an ad post or whatever, and pick up the phone and say, I'm calling. I mean, people call when they drive by and they see a sign.
Right.
They could easily go home and find the listing and just email, but it's just easier. Don't forget about that. a little message there when they hit publish.
Is that on your business page?
Yes. Then you can share it to your personal page. I just like starting on the business page because then if I want to boost the ad, it's just easier. So obviously, if you got a business page, if you don't have a bunch of fans, it's not going to go far. If you share it on your personal page and you've got a lot of friends, certainly it's going to go a little bit further. But then if you want to boost it, I'll show you guys the best way to boost that ad. So now, I don't know if you guys, any of you guys running Facebook ads?
I
You guys
just,
notice there's a lot more demographics now than there used to.
you,
So I want to show you that. If you could boost from here, it's okay. You can do that, but it's not as, I don't find it as thorough, or you can't drill as far down as you can if you go to your home page and go to your ad manager. So we're going to just run a quick example of that. So if I go to my home page on the left-hand side, it's the ad manager. So for instance, if one of the great ways to do that, instead of just saying hot new listing, call for details, you can put on there if you have an open house coming up this weekend. Or if you're running an open house for somebody else and you want to spend a little money and try to get some business in yourself for buyers, you might say on here, open house Sunday, call for details, open house 11-1, and it's obviously got the address. So now let's say you want to boost that open house ad. Go into your ad manager. You don't have to spend a lot of money on this either. It's reach a pretty size crowd with not a lot of money.
$20 for a week.
Yeah. Well, if you go down even further, you can actually show you what you can do. So I'm in Ad Manager. I'm going to create an ad.
Yeah, I didn't know it was.
Regular boost, you can't go as far. So if, in this case, I'm going to say boost a post. And then if you have more than one business page, it's going to ask you which business page you want to use. So I'm doing Exeter Partners one, and that's going to bring up a list of recent posts that I've made to see which one I want to use. But this one is the one I want to boost. It's the last one. Usually it'll bring up the last one first, but you can obviously put down arrow to find other ones. So, okay, I'm going to boost that post. But now, what was that company? So I can, the first thing I want to do is my location. So I'm going to put Worcester, Mass. I'm going to select it. And then you can change the radius if you want to. It's going to set it automatically at 25-mile radius. I'll leave it at 25-mile radius. I can choose the age. I probably don't want 18-year-olds. And there are some 18-year-olds that buy, but it's higher likelihood that I'll be talking 21. And if this is where I'll show you where you can go after different audiences. So it has up to 65 years old. I'm going to drag it down. Let's say this is more typically a first-time home buyer home. I might put it to 40. Still confusing first-time home buyers that are under 40. So you just think about what audience you try to want to attract. Under the next section, browse demographics for detailed targeting. I would look through each of these to just kind of get familiar with them, but I like to click on demographics, and one of the interesting ones I found in here was if you click on home and go to home ownership, you can target first-time home buyers. And I know you're probably going to ask me, how do they know? How do they know?
no,
Chrissy Whiskey is like a
Right,
geek.
the guru.
He's like the guru of technology. And he said that Facebook, he's done the research too. Facebook is actually, Facebook, just like other companies, are buying big data. So they're not just relying on what they know of you from Facebook. They're actually matching and buying data about you from outside data providers that know that you're a first-time home, that you don't own a home, that know you make a certain amount of money, that know you have kids or don't have kids.
Right.
Like, they're buying all this data and integrating it for these reasons. So I'm going to target first-time home buyers, and it keeps going down. It's going to reach for a, let's say I just want to set a date range, so I'm going to click a date range. I'm just going to run it for a week. Or let's say I'm just having an open house on Sunday. I could probably run it till Saturday at 5 p.m. or 8 p.m. All right. So then it's telling me it's going to reach somewhere around 1,700 to 4,600 people for a daily budget of $11, or I could just say lifetime budget of, if I want to spend $20, let's see what kind of 9,400 to 9,500 people. It's not bad. That's saying that those are potentially first-time home buyers. That's a pretty good. Not bad.
Did you do a geographical area?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did 25 miles radius around Worcester. I did 21 to 4 years old. I did first-time home buyer as the demographic, and $20 total budget. That gave me, but that'll run until Saturday, and it'll reach somewhere around 9,400 people.
That's a total of $20.
Total of $20.
So that's all half a day.
Right. So a good ad for that kind of stuff could be a first-time home buyer listing. It could be an open house. It could be, a zero down home. So find properties that we have or that you have that are in USDA towns and put this opportunity for zero down homes. It could get you some action. So let's say I'm done, and it will ask me if I want to change any of the ad creatives. The next step. Like what you have in there already, you can leave it. Obviously, you can change. Well, this one you can't change. I usually take off the desktop right column. Does anybody here look at those ads? I don't look at those. I usually take those off, and I just hit place order. Budget. Oh, I missed it. I changed.
I think when you change to 20, you mean click where it's at $20
So I'm not going to fall through that. Right?
Yeah.
You hit post, and it'll be done. And then you can obviously watch it on what's going on in your main screen, but also if you click on your ad manager, it'll show you what kind of exposure you're getting on it, and actually how many clicks you've had on it. So you can actually kind of, if you're watching your own account and spending some money on this stuff, you can see how many leads you've gotten for.
Like where it says reached, and then over the right where it says post clicks, what does that
It
mean?
means they actually clicked on that listing. It actually landed them on your website if you're driving to your website.
Right.
And then you can just kind of monitor if you didn't get any registrations, maybe that ad wasn't a good ad.
When it says organic, does that mean people that you didn't, you're not connected with at all on Facebook? Is that what that means?
No, just the opposite. I think those are your actual friends and things like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
Those aren't paid ones.
Oh. Good to know.
Yeah, they'll break it down between our
Well, I thought it was the opposite, so I actually.
Well, that's what he was saying too, is to do it first from your page, and then share it onto your page. Go from your personal page.
Yeah, so like these are some of the ones I'm running as an office. I ran one for, I think trying to get people over the website. It's 720 clicks for $200. It wasn't a high registration rate on that. So I'm experimenting with, I think it's always better to post listings over just posting an ad saying, go to my website and search for homes.
Right.
You're better off, if you just say go to my website and search for homes, you're probably gonna get less than if you post, if you're looking for, like you could run an ad, if you're looking for homes in Auburn, you could just post an ad for that. And all you'd have to do is go to your website. If you went to your own website and did a search for Auburn homes, you could actually just run an ad based on just that. So you would just have to do your own search on the website. You just go down the search bar and type in Auburn. Once the results pop up, again, it's just simply taking the URL.
That one you have to do
Yeah.
share first or anything. Just
No.
say,
You're just taking the whole results screen, taking the URL for that, and you're creating an ad in Facebook with that URL and putting a headline on it like, view all Auburn homes now. And then you might want to do like a radius, a smaller radius, like a 5-mile radius around Auburn, to first-time home buyers. That will get you better results than just saying, go to my general website and search. But then I think even better is like even Inside Real Estate says when they're running ads for you, they prefer that you give them listings to run ads for versus just general towns, because listings is what people see an individual listing and they're interested in it. They're more likely to click on it than if they just said, here, go search on my website. You know? I think a lot of people know that if you're saying go search on my website, that you're probably saying I want to capture you.
Kidnap you.
Yeah. But you can monitor it. You can spend, not a lot of money, and you can monitor how it's going.
I did.
I mean, even if you do for open house, you can then go to your seller and say, we go to the post, we had 8,000 people, that it reached, and kind of get an idea. This ad I ran for $250. Total reach is $26,000. So some of what I'm doing is for me, but some of it also is to continue to promote the Exit brand, and 26,000 people seeing Exit Road Partners. It's not a bad thing. Cost per well, it gives you some analytics. So it's good to kind of, in addition to watch what's going on, and seeing how many clicks you get through, and seeing if you have any registrations on your website, and kind of repeating what works. Any questions on that? No?
Final one before.
Okay, so I know individual questions. Anybody got individual questions?
Yes.
Okay.
I did all that. I had like 16 people sign on to my website. I had no idea that they even signed on because I never got like any kind of a notification or anything. I just happened to sign on there one day to see what the hell it was like. And so I've got all these people that have searched, and it shows how many times they've searched and which ones they looked at and all that other stuff. But then I said, whoa, let me send them that welcome thing email. So I tried sending one to myself first. Just that it filled in properly and all that stuff with the stuff that it's supposed to fill in with automatically, your name and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And the email never even showed up. So when I got to the office this morning, I tried sending Jeannie one, and she didn't get it either. To two different emails. We tried Gmails. What's that?
What is your email? Email?
Yeah.
You might have to send them a question on that.
I've had trouble with it all.
Yeah, Yahoo is a known issue. Yahoo doesn't pick up.
But I tried sending it to an AOL account, a Gmail account.
Sometimes it matters what your email is too.
Yeah.
If yours is Gmail, it shouldn't get problem.
Right.
Let me log into yours again.
No, it didn't go anywhere. That was the whole thing. I didn't even get a thing that said that it didn't go anywhere. Like it's off.
Can you check your spam?
Yeah.
When you signed in as yourself, did you get anything?
No, that's my.
Did you ever sign in by yourself?
No, I did. I was one of the very first people to sign in.
And you got nothing saying you were signed up? A text or an email?
Right. No.
16 people have,
And I
Yeah,
actually
they sign in. They look
signed
like
up
they look
to
the part.
Angela's account, and I haven't got anything to schedule the fees and that was from my job. I just,
So are you just sending it to the junk mail, or is it not
not
sending
doing,
it
I
to
didn't get
email?
anything.
I can log out of mine if you want. Just log in. Or if you want, just look.
I'm just trying to. Just want to log in. Any other questions?
I can switch it online, switch it
It's just
slow.
Tony. It's not. It's just
Is there
Tony at Exit Homes, not Tony Palmerino
Is
at
it just like goes around and around and around?
Trace. It's just Tony
Sure, for like thousands of properties.
at Exit Homes, not Tony
No,
Palmerino.
just, I put the town.
There you
go. It just,
There it is.
Is it?
Did you give a GoDaddy account and pull into that? Something on GoDaddy is going to do your sign or something.
Oh,
Go GoDaddy, click on button.
Or do you have a special domain, or you just use the one that?
I have a GoDaddy domain,
GoDaddy's really good with their customer service.
don't call them and yell at
Yes, it says you.
them. GoDaddy, okay.
Something weird in the
One,
back.
two, three, exclamation.
I don't know.
I think the cookies are telling me she log in with somebody else's account. Let me go back into mine and just see if I can see. Any other part of the webinar?
I have it here if you want. I mean, I don't know, it's not where everybody else can see it, but.
Webinar. All right, we're going to end the webinar and